Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz June 4, 2016 at 3:18 a.m. Birmingham. Topic: Peace. America returns to its former glory. This is what Donald Trump wants. But let me tell you about the monkey wrenches that's standing in the way, or that they think they are. And as you know, on the Glenn Beck show, he was having a conversation with a Brad THOR. Now, Beck was suspended originally for a week. Now they're reassessing to see if his time slot should be taken and moved to another time because he may have screwed that up as well because Beck went along and agreed with what Brad THOR was saying. And what he said was he simply suggested something very bad before citing a weak Congress and asking what patriot will step up to stop President Trump if he tries to exceed the power of his office. Well, I ask this, Brad, do you have any idea what army you're talking about? It will take a hell of a lot. I mean, more than Thor's mouth, even as it spews nothing but hot air. Does that mean Thor knows something else? Or does he know anything? Does Brad Thor know that Obama has done just what Thor has said that Trump would do? And that's not making any sense. Why would he do that? Why would he sit there and watch Obama trash Brad Thor, Glenn Beck, Jody Wolf, and you, and everything that we work for is going away except for a few elite like Brad Thor and Glenn Beck. But it's people like me and the hardworking people that we can't get ahead because it's people like the establishment taking it from us. But Brad Thor is saying, you ballish establishment, stand up and do something. Take Trump out. Thor, you got a lot to learn. And I'm just wondering if he knows how many times Trump has overstepped his boundaries, but yet Brad Thor hadn't uttered a single word to anyone about that. What, he just suddenly in the last week get on a high horse? Or does he fear a black Muslim man in our White House? Is that what it is? Brad's got problems. Also, Brad, do you know to go against Trump, as he already has, he's already on radar. You are on radar, Brad. And I don't mean other than every word you speak is going to be recorded. Every movement you make will be recorded, probably videoed. And who's doing this? The FBI, the CIA, Secret Service, the president's personal bodyguards? No, I don't think it's them at all. I think it's people that you should fear. People like you. Thor cannot take back what he has said so recklessly about taking out Trump. I will say this, Brad, what you suggested cannot be done. Maybe an attempt, but it will fail. Then who will they come after the next time? Who will go after Trump the next time? Well, there won't be a next time. There probably won't be a first. So why you, Brad, for your sake, Trump's safety is now your best option, believe it or not. Beck's place in the lineup, as I mentioned, is being looked at by seriously. Should he go back in the lineup or should he drop back? Personally, I think he should drop back because this is the second time Glenn Beck has made such, well, he agreed with Brad, but he's already made a comment about knifing Trump. He did. Remind you, Glenn Beck, you already have once. That's twice. And also CRUZ, remember, You said you didn't know what gear you would put it in if Trump was behind you. D is for drive, R is for reverse. You need to learn what that is and what it means. R doesn't mean race, it's reverse. Think about it. Romney, if you think you're going to come up and upset the apple cart and beat Trump, then you're going to lose a second time. Don't waste your money. Don't waste other people's money. You're not going to make it. You're not going to do it. You're not going to hurt Trump. Everything that you guys are spewing out is making him stronger. And we Christians and we taxpayers like that a lot. In the establishment, what can they do? So far, they have been cowards. If they hadn't stood up against Obama, then they're cowards. They have not stood up for us, not one time. And then the new House leader trying to make up his mind, hey, we don't need you. You go back and sit down and play your tinker toys while you're at it. We don't need you. And so, with a real fighter like Trump, what can they do? And I suggest to them also, hide more of your money that you've already taken. And because it's about to be disclosed, a lot of you, believe it or not. And the entire U.S. population will know who stole their money. And then they're going to turn against you guys. So, last words about, I take that back. Let me get to something else. A word about restoration, turning America back into its former glory. It will be done. Think about it. It will be done. Peace. Peace in knowing you have a godly man who is on our side, a man who will have jobs for everyone. I mean everyone, even those lazy bums that prefer to sit home and draw checks to work. That's going to end. Everyone will have a job that wants one. Those that don't want one, well, they'll just go hungry. And in fact, there'll be so many jobs, those across the border will legally come back and fulfill the thousands, if not millions, of empty job that needs to be filled. Y'all think about that. That time is coming. So in the meanwhile, when all this is happening, when America's been returned to its former glory, we're holding respect in the world. The other countries respect us, look up on us, and actually they fear us. But Trump is not a man he's to be feared. He's a man to be respected because he's going to do what he says he's going to do. And again, when you have prophecy on it, don't challenge prophecy. You'll get bit in the butt. And but again, have you thought about what will happen? Let me bring something to your mind that may wake up some of you. In Matthew 24:43, if the owner of the house knew when he was away at work what time of the night someone would come break in, well, then he would have been ready for him, right? Okay. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, when people are saying peace and safety, and when no one expects it, all is well on the home front. No one would expect to be called home by the Lord. What does that mean? No one with everything going well would expect a rapture of the church. That's the last things on the mind. They're buying new cars. They're buying new homes. People's got jobs. Everybody's going to work. Their bills are being paid. Nobody's behind. Everybody's able to get out and buy things, spend money, buy what they want because America is back. We are back to stay, and it's Donald Trump who's going to do it. So what I want to say, what else would be a better time for there to be peace and safety? And I know the Bible talks about peace and safety in Jerusalem, and then sudden destruction comes. This is at halfway time, 3.5 year period, when the Antichrist will step in the temple and demand to be worshipped by God, or as God, I'm sorry. And that is sudden destruction. That's when 2/3 of the Jews will be cut off. But before that day comes, there will be a taking away of the church. Now, if Trump is president 4 years, and pay attention right here, this is going to make sense. And I'm going to have to go to another blog to do it, but you're going to understand right now. If Trump's president 4 years, he will do just about everything in the first 4 years that he said he would do. This country will be on the upswing. I mean, sharply upswing. You'll have those that headed toward the border on their own exodus when Trump was sworn in. So, what am I getting at? This is going to be a time when everything is going great. Dead on it. Now, backing up, something I've not talked about just yet. Tom Horn, Chris Putnam did a blog last night, or night before actually. In that blog, they were asked, is there a timetable for what you're talking about? And they're talking about the time, even when the Pope himself fears that the Vatican will be wiped out, destroyed, and fears that destruction comes upon the world, meaning enter into the 7-year tribulation. Keep in mind, these two men predicted the month and the year that the last pope would quit. They were dead on it, and they did it in advance, a year in advance. Now they're saying, not for less, 48 months. 48 months we have left. 48 months is how long it would take Trump to get our country back in order, on the upswing, and everybody has relaxed and taken a breath. Boom, and we're taken out of here. That's when it happens. Jody Wolf Expoz.